Bloomington, Indiana, home of the Indiana Hoosiers. Memorial Stadium will be jumping in anticipation of what we've got in store today. There's just something about the nightcap. After a day of wall-to-wall football, it just seems this is when chaos ensues. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Hoosiers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So Florida State's offense will get the first swing of the game. Sometimes you sense that what the kids call swagger is a false bravado. This dude is nothing but real at wide receiver.
He's got that speed, and you see DBs, they're probably watching him come on the field right now, and they understand it's going to be a long game. This guy can go get it. He can run. He can do a little bit of everything at the wide receiver spot.
A first down for the offense. He leaves it with his back. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Guys, in basketball through the years, we've seen the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and it'll be fun to watch this one on the football field.
I think this is going to be a real test of physicality. I know these are two conferences that pride themselves on that, going out and establishing the line of scrimmage. So, David, interesting X's and O's matchup here in this one.
Yeah, and it's always cool to have those measuring stick opponents. Like, once we start getting deeper in the season and start having the comparison game, well, you have a matchup, a big matchup of a Big Ten school versus an ACC school. This will be used in the college football playoff criteria.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here comes the option. He'll pitch it. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
He's got his man. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. They'll try to run for it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The Seminoles will punt it away on 4th down. Oh, the fake, the up man looking for room. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down.
I love the aggressive nature. They told us coming into this game they were just going to let everything go. And here we are in the first drive of the game. They line up in the punt formation, and they fake it. Not just that, they pick it up, and this drive is staying alive. I love it.
Gets it out fast. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Tillman. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. On the option. He'll toss it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Noles have pushed it inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. Fires on the move. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw.
Don't love the incompletion, but I do love the pass pro. Nice job winning the one-on-ones. We saw some double teams up front as well. This O-line right now, they're in a good rhythm.
They'll run the screen. They stripped it out. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Man, what a break. Great job.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Seminoles are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. On the move. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Indiana's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Hoosiers will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's Freeman. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The Hoosiers send out the punt unit.
Number 19. To punt it away.
Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
He makes the connection. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Here they come, first and 10 from the 48. He wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
They'll line up for a second down play. Pulls and fires complete to the right. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? Direct snap. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And once you get in this range in the football field, do you depend on your kicker? Do you go for it? I think on fourth down, I think you go for it. This is a long field goal, a lot harder attempt. I like the offense going for it here in this situation.
He'll try to do it himself. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Feeling some heat. Buys a little time. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Defense going all in to stop the... Powers forward, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They're just about ready to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Hoosiers will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. And the returner goes down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that up to touchdown.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. To the air, it's Tillman. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Nice move to pick up yardage. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick completion to the right. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback keeps it. They knock him down at the 21. It's a pickup of 5 yards on the play and enough for a first down.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
It's complete to the right, and they're able to get him on the ground.
And that's why this QB's speed is such an asset. He can use it to his advantage, buy himself time to make a nice throw down the field.
This offense has a second down play. Quick release by the QB. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind him.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Looking to throw, it's Tillman. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, no!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
21, Indiana, 0.
On the move from inside is 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Handoff from the gun. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Time to take a shot. Snatches it on the right. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 and the 11. The Hoosiers come to the line in the hurry-up. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
Brings up second down.
Second down coming up. To the air, it's Freeman. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Had it right in his hands in the middle of the field, and it trickled to the ground. It'll be 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Splits the uprights right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. New Mexico looked less like a pack of Lobos and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough at Albuquerque, and today they found a way outside of University Stadium. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They'll try to get it going in the right direction this time. 2nd and long from the 19. Pulls and throws off the RPO. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Using the quick game. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though.
They're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. They'll stop him short, and they had it sniffed out from the beginning. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them. And I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Freeman. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Fires and picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
They'll try the run. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The give on the inside. The Seminoles are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man out of the backfield. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Give to the running back. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. And the Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. They'll snap it from the 34 on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Tillman. Unloads to the wideout. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep. Not able to connect there.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion, because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
A strike downfield. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got his man on the right. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Stop me when you've heard this before. First down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense, you just can't find any answers.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State.
Number 10 with the carry.
And the extra point gives them a 28-3 lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return.
3.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. It's first down, but the offense is just going to take a knee and go to the locker room. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Bloomington. It's been a fun start to this one, and this offense has really been the story. They've opened up a sizable lead, and unless something drastic changes, things might get even more out of hand. A combination of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Throwing right. Lost, the defense is wide open. He's off to the races. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 28-10. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. So they got the score. The lead is still 18 as they prepare to kick off.
Set to kick it away.
Bringing it out. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. On first down, here comes this offense. They'll run it from the gun. Jukes his way for more. And he's brought down after a nice game.
Well, on offense, you have got to love the way your offensive line is playing in this game. They're getting tremendous movement up front. They're climbing into second level and really giving these backs and ball carriers a lot of room to run all game long.
Now the toss. Crosses the 45. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. The run from the shotgun. Oh, big juke to get past. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Hand off from the shotgun. Pick up of 5. It'll be third down and 5.
That didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third in eternity. Now the whole playbook is short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Looking downfield, it's Tillman. Zings it complete to the right. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they are going to...
Unleashes one deep. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. The give to the back. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with third and 4. Trying to pick up a first down. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. Makes the catch. He's got enough. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Move those chains without a hitch. Well, actually, with a hitch, but you get the point.
I like that. Nicely done. The defense probably should have understood the ball was coming out quick, something like a hitch, a slant, a screen, something fast. They didn't. QB gets it on the money. Receiver gets the extra yards. Easy pitch and catch for the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver, and the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Going to try to get it himself. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and goal. Wants to throw. It's Tillman. Got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Defense trying to come up with a stop on second and goal.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're inside.
Touchdown Seminoles! And the punishment has been extended.
After that amazing performance in week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes a move. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Still running at the 40. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Dropping back, it's Tillman. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in second and manageable. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend it. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front. But that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost to you.
Trying to get the edge on the right. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Yeah, not enough movement up front. You got to be a little bit more physical with this offense, but now it's 4th and 1. Another opportunity. You go for it there, you pick up some yardage. Now you made it a little bit short. Now this offense has really got to get physical.
And the Seminoles get enough for the first down.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Great job by the offense, being patient, understanding when they're in zone coverage, I got to hit those tight windows, make those precise passes to get those big plays.
On the set.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. To throw, it's Tillman. Pressure coming. Touchdown, no! And the route is on. Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Indiana, 10.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
That last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot. You got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
On second down, looking again to throw. Fires to the big fella. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
This guy just gives you. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Finds the tight end. Bulldozes him. Then they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. The Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. Release to the back. He's got it on the run. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Indiana! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there's some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Tillman. Getting some heat. And they got him for the sack. The Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Indiana has the ball back and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Grabbed in the middle, it's Morris. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? After the first down completion, it's 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Finds a spot in the middle. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Offense working from the pistol. They'll throw it on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big...
And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And the corner getting in the mix, the little fella getting his 2nd sack of the game. Defensive coordinator keeps dialing up these corner blitzes, and they keep hitting home.
From the shotgun, the inside give. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. The deep thinking brings some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Back to pass, it's Tillman. Setting up the screen. They play that screen nicely. He tried to find his way to the marker, but it'll be 4th down.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They'll run the option. Quick toss. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
You know, I like the idea to go for it there on 4th down, too, because at this distance, it's definitely not a gimme field goal, right? So your best chances of scoring points and paid.
And the quarterback will take a sack back in the 36.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
He's looking to throw. He's got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football.
Deep shot for the end zone. And the pass is intercepted. Looking for more room. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Dropping back, it's Freeman. Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And that's the 4th sack this offensive line has given up today. And guess what? You thought they'd be better. Last week, they got their butts chewed out. 6 sacks they gave up. This week, on their way to doing it again, this offensive line has to step up.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive. And this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter. It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Finally stopped at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 6.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
A manageable distance on 3rd down as they try to convert from the 20. The Seminoles will have a 1st down.
That is how it's done on 3rd down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the 1st down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Now facing a 3rd and long.
42, Spider.
From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them. So you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Out